So, Bellwork 456, getting ready for the quiz on Friday. Number 1. If it is improperly introduced into the environment, acid-way runoff can pollute waterways, depleting the oxygen content of streams and rivers as it decomposes. B and D are wrong because waterways should not have an apostrophe. We did not need the possessive form here. Nothing belonged to the waterways. For A and C, the difference was can pollute, present tense, or could have polluted, past tense. To match the rest of the sentence, we should have chosen A. Number 2. Scientists have long known that soot particles facilitate melting by darkening snow and ice, limiting its ability to reflect the sun's rays. Snow and ice, which we call the referent, is plural. Snow or ice would be singular, they're both singular. When you join them with the conjunction and, it becomes a plural noun. So its would refer back to a singular noun. Doesn't work. That's why A and B are wrong. C is the wrong form of theirs, not the possessive form. D is the best answer. Number 3. These days, many students majoring in philosophy have no intention of becoming philosophers. Instead, they plan to apply those skills to other disciplines. If you look at students, we should not have the possessive form. That's why A and D are wrong. Then if we look at the word majoring versus major, majoring matches with becoming. That's why B is correct and C is the wrong form. Number 4. Because today's students can expect to hold multiple jobs, some of which may not even exist yet during our lifetime, studying philosophy allows them to be flexible and adaptable. So the referent is students, which is plural. So his or her or one's would not fit here. Even our would not fit. There is the plural pronoun that matches back up with students. Bellwork 5. Number 1. It took me by surprise then when my favorite exhibit at the museum was one of its tiniest, the Thorn miniature rooms. So A and D are both wrong because IT'(S) is a contraction. It is. It does not show possession. Then we choose between B and C. The only difference is the semicolon versus the colon. One clue is that a semicolon joins two independent clauses. So everything after the semicolon should be a complete sentence all on its own. And if you read, the Thorn miniature rooms is not a complete sentence. It's missing a verb. Another clue would be that colons introduce more specific details, which is what the Thorn miniature rooms do. They give details about what the exhibit is called. Number 2. As I walked through the exhibit, I overheard a visitor's remark. You know that grandfather clock actually runs. So visitors with the apostrophe or with the S are both incorrect. The referent is A, or the article is A, which is singular, so we do not need the plural forms. Then we look at C and D. The only difference is remarked versus remark, past tense versus present tense. And if you match it up with the rest of the sentence, the present tense is correct. Number 3. Like their terrestrial plant cousins, kelp removes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, turning it into sugar fuel through photosynthesis and releases oxygen back into the air. So the referent is kelp, which is singular. So we know that A and B are wrong because they use a plural pronoun. So we're choosing between its and its. We want the possessive form, which is ITS, no apostrophe. That's the contraction form. Number 4. Circadian rhythms, which are controlled by the body's biological clocks, influence body temperature, hormone release, cycles of sleep and wakefulness, and other bodily functions. So clocks should not be possessive. That's why B and D were wrong. The apostrophe is there with clocks. Then we look for which is the possessive form for bodies. It turns out BODY'(S) is correct, where BODIES is the plural form, but it does not show possession. Bellwork 6. Number 1. While one MCP keeps apples tight and crisp for months, it also limits their scent production. Apples is the referent, so we know we are not going to use C or D. Its is a singular pronoun. We're choosing the correct possessive form of their. ERE would be like, hey, the wrong answer is over there. But THEIR shows possession. Number 2. As interesting as Russ's findings are, though their true value lies in the reminder that the internet is not merely a sophisticated tool for collecting data, but is also itself a rich source of data. A lot of things going on there, but the referent is findings, which is plural. So as every answer choice suggests, there is the correct pronoun. The difference is which form of there, EIR, ERE, or EY'(RE). And the correct form that needed to be listed twice, like in answer choice B, was THEIR, the possessive form. Number 3. In the past, such research was limited by the weight and bulk of the fossils, as well as its preciousness and fragility. The reason why its is wrong, like choice A and B, is it's referring back to fossils with an S, so it should be plural. We choose the correct form of their, which is C, E-I-R. Number 4. At its best, the system can give creators direct access to millions of potential backers. System is the referent. That is singular, so we know that their is wrong. Then we have 3 options for its. IT'(S) would be the contraction it is, that's why A is wrong. And C does not need the apostrophe there at the end because ITS is already the possessive form. That's why B is correct.